We just went through our whole lecture series, which was like a huge fun part and kind of a new thing which we never had before in our college, and we got to experience something new this year.
So the Climate Charche discussions and workshop was with the CMR University of Architecture, where the 9th semester students engaged in a process of understanding a 1 square kilometer area around their college campus from both a livability perspective, a lived life perspective, as well as perhaps a climate change perspective. The students were exposed to a set of lectures by different kinds of experts, and they brought it all together as a set of posters which they exhibited to us.
Each speaker was different in their own way, and they looked at it through a different lens. There were various aspects that we didn't think that we would be looking at before starting off with the lectures.
But essentially making it a core building principle is what we got to see after seeing the other side.
That understanding of a larger context when you're designing is very, very critical, and that's what I wanted to give to the students. Also to say how what different scales look like, what are the kind of interventions you do at different scales and how they actually tie up.
What I liked about this Climate Charche series, which was curated, was that it brought together a lot of multidisciplinary views, which are also very important at a graduate level. And these multidisciplinary views also enhance one's own understanding of interconnectedness of these issues.
This whole gesture of building less rather than building too much.
The most interesting thing that we thought after every session was the kind of interaction that we had with the students, because they always came up with certain questions which they would have never thought about before, including a little moth that is on the trees. All those little questions that they have started asking them their own selves or starting to notice across in the same campus or the surrounding has actually been very useful for them as well as us, as all the faculties.
Students have got a certain framework now, certain sense of confidence that if I look at things like this, more things will be revealed. So that's one of the biggest takeaway, at least if I have to see the possibilities, because they're going to do their research for their theses now, case studies and things. So automatically these things will come up whether they like it or not.
And this is something, the need of the hour. This kind of courses, this kind of interaction with students, irrespective of what course they are doing.
Sustainability is something not to be romanticized. It has to be part of our everyday life, because obviously climate change is changing lived experiences for a lot of us. It's being experienced differently by a lot of different stratas of society as well. So these important discussions, dialogues need to be infused into a student's curriculum also. Yeah.
Sustainability and environment friendly design always has to be in collaboration. It cannot be just one element. Like, we cannot just look at water and not think about climate, or we cannot just look at the flora and fauna and not think about how it depends on the water, things like that. So it's always a collaboration with the different layers and the different lenses that we have.
It was, I think, a transformative experience for the students as much as it was a learning experience for those who lectured them. What came as a surprise was some of the fundamental questions that students were asking as to why are we not taught more about sustainability, why are we not taught more about climate change, and is sustainability for the rich. So these were some dialogues that we entered into, and hopefully climate change will be addressed the better by these students when they get into their professions.
Yes, I had a wonderful experience, and thanks to Climate Charche for bringing this, and I think this needs to kind of just expand from here on.
So we would like to thank Professor Murli and the faculty of CMR for giving us the opportunity for this collaboration. We would like to thank the resource people who came on board very enthusiastically, and also the students who we hope will have made the most of this time that they got with these eminent resource people, and we will be able to see how it translates into their lives and practice in the future.